Good day, Juliana. It's Friday. So my excuse for last week was that it was midterms and I didn't want to do anything other than my actual classwork. But it doesn't really help that recently the weather has been starting to suck and I'm not used to cold. I just want to curl up in a ball like 24/7 and just not go outside ever. I'm used to cold being like 60 degrees. Cold is not 60 degrees here. It is much colder. See, we're just starting to get fall weather in here, and it's already about 50 degrees, like, all the time. The other day, it was actually, like, 30 at night, and we were walking around at, like, 2 in the morning, and I was just like... So, I'm gonna say a few things that I've learned how to do to combat the cold. So the first thing, just to sound like your mom, is to clean your room. Now, I know nobody ever likes cleaning, really, because the process of it just kind of sucks. Well, when you clean your room, you have the chance to 1. Listen to music all afternoon, 2. Make more room for dancing, 3. Try on every article of clothing you find, and then, by the time you're done, you've got a completely clean room, and it feels awesome, and then you don't feel so cluttered, and even if it's gross and gray and rainy outside, that, you know, your room looks pretty sweet. The thing I've especially been taking to heart the last few days is finding a good book and hiding in some random corner. Now, recently, I discovered that there is the perfect reading nook in our library. There's a lamp with like a table and this huge comfy chair, and it's got like a couple windows in front of it so you can like look out and see how terrible the weather is outside, but you're nice and cozy and warm in like the comfiest chair I've ever sat in my life with the best book ever. That's a pretty good way to do anything. But if none of the above are your cup of tea, you can take that to heart and just have a cup of tea. So hot drinks really are like the best thing for cold weather because it feels like your insides are being like wrapped up in a warm, soft, fuzzy blanket, and it is Now, this drink can be anything you want. The warmer, the better. I often go for tea or sometimes coffee, and I really love me a good spiced apple cider. As long as it's delicious and you think it's delicious and you want to drink it up because it feels like snuggly warmness you wish you could be in while you're out in class, go for it. And then you can always take the alternative of just wrapping yourself in as many blankets and jackets and warm fuzzy objects of clothing you can find, which is, I feel, going to be my very near future in these next couple months. So even if the weather outside is atrocious and frightful, you can always be a happy little warm bundle of delicious goodness. Life is hard. We need a hand signal, like a hand sign, like a good one. I was thinking about this the other day, and the best thing I could come up was this, because it's kind of like a T and like a really bad O and like the V. So we need to work on it. And with that, Juliana, I'll see you next week.